Hello, hello. Good day from Africa. I would like to thank the IGDA for this opportunity to speaking to you from here. And I do hope we enjoy the program. Yeah, let's get right to this. Um, my name is Hakeem Lawal. I am 22 years old. I'm currently trying to attain my BSc in mathematics at Lagos State University. Thank you, COVID, for adding an extra year to university. Or I have 4 months left now, so hopefully we'll be done really soon before another pandemic. Cross my fingers. Hope not. I believe video games are the future of fun, and Africa is that future. I currently am a co-founder at Arutu, where I work as a producer and a business developer. I'm also involved in various initiatives across Africa to improve the experience here. And I was part of the Unicorn 2020 cohort, where the entrepreneurs were given access to up to $1 million US. And that was a really fun experience that really helped in building this initiative. Arutu, as we know it, is an African game initiative that seeks to improve the gaming experience of Africans within Africa through game production, community building, and educational programs. We were part of the Diverse Game Developers Grant Fund by the International Game Developers Association. That's a mouthful. Where we are awarded prototype funding to develop our innovative hyper-casual game, Conquer of Words. It's currently in development and in beta stage. Hopefully to be out sometime next year where we all have access to play the game and really run through spaces. And so let's dive right into it. What is the climate in Africa for esports and gaming? And why are there no Africans at the top of esports, especially? Well, let's first talk. What is the climate? In countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Benin Republic, Togo, South Africa, there is that interest for gaming. But there's so many issues that currently affect it. That's why you don't have a lot of people competing at the top from Africa. I mean, you do have some African teams that do make it to occasional global series and all, but you don't see a lot of them. And there are a lot of reasons attached to that. So let's just go straight into it. Number one, infrastructure. You can go days on this issue. And a lot of people do like to give developers flag for lack of game servers. But there are a host of other issues like access to quality internet, distribution of that said internet itself is also another thing, and the pricing and all of that. It's a big issue. So for me, for example, most of my friends would not come online to play Warzone until it is 10 p.m. where we are sure most people will be at sleep so that we will get issues with internet, because on Warzone, the best internet I personally have access to, I get like what, 150, 160 ping. My friends who has extra cash to burn on internet gets like at best 120, 100. So imagine you trying to go competitive on that internet. That's really sad. I started gaming when I was 7 years old. And my first experience in the pro scene was back in World of Tanks Blitz when that was 18. And we were trying to qualify for regionals event in Europe there. And we lost because my internet just went AWOL, and that was it. 1v1, there was nothing I could do there. And it was not my fault because I did the best I could, but the infrastructure, the internet I had access to wasn't really good. And it's really, really sad that so many people, after juggling through so many issues and all of that, get bummed out because infrastructure. Now, for those of us who don't make it there are other issues attached to it. Next is education on that list. If you tell anyone or say, okay, I want to become a game developer, what school should I go to? Well, not in Africa, not in Nigeria especially. Currently in Nigeria, there are no schools that teaches you anything in game development. You either have to go into computer science or mathematics or something, and then go out there and learn Unity, Unreal, whatever you want to learn out there. So it makes it really, really hard trying to balance university in another course or in another field and trying to balance that with game development classes. It becomes a real chore. And people are not even educated about the benefits that are there. They're not aware that, oh, if we can create these games that people want to play, it could really help in our economy. Everybody is shouting, oh, the economy is this, the economy is bad, yes, what's going on, this is that. But they're not aware about the impact that video games can have on the continent as a whole. This is an issue that is really, really sad because it's being suppressed, which takes me next to my next point, culture. Our culture teaches you to take a stable career, pick something stable. Don't explore too much. Don't be that guy who decides to go to one weird thing that doesn't make it in life. So most people who want to explore video games end up being doctors, nurses, lawyers, something else. And then along the line are too old to be able to pause into the video game industry. I do not believe it's anything like that, but it's a thing here where they're like, oh, I'm too old for that. I don't have the time anymore. I have a family to take care of. I can't be exploring my life. I'm too old. So many complaints like that. And it's not their fault. It's just the culture that we are brought up in. It's the culture that we are taught. Get a stable job as a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, something along those lines, stable 9 to 5 job. But when you tell them, oh, I want to go to gaming, they're like, you just want to while away your time, my money. Imagine you tell an African parent, I want to become a game developer. You'll be like, I spent more than $500,000 every 3 months in secondary school for 6 years to take care of you. And now you're telling me you want to go into game development. You don't want to be a lawyer or a doctor like your sister. You have that African man talk with your parents, and you're never winning that fight. Just forget about it. Because even if you win, which schools do you want to go to in Africa that will teach you that? There are some schools, but are they accessible to the average Nigeria, to the average South Africa, to the average Kenya? It's not possible. Like, let's not kid ourselves. It's not happening anytime soon. And also, game developers. Game developers. Game developers. Africa is a region. Please, can you support us? If you get a PS4, for example, now I decided, okay, tomorrow I want to become a pro gamer, and I chose FIFA 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Well, I'm out of luck because first things first, Sony doesn't recognize Nigeria or Kenya or Ghana as a region. So you have to register in North America or UK or Europe somewhere that you know you can easily get access to their gift cards, to then buy the gift cards and then buy the games digitally and then download. Hopefully in 1 month you would be downloaded, finished. It will be finished download. Sorry about that. For example, Call of Duty Warzone took me 2 weeks to download. 2 weeks. Stop with that, but that's how bad infrastructure can get at times. And now imagine me trying to even buy the card at first or register his PlayStation account as first register in another region. After registering in another region, and then buy the cards at an extra and at a more expensive rate, because trying to get dollar in Africa is another thing that we don't even want to talk about on this, because this talk might end up being maybe an hour, 2 hours long. So let's not go down that rabbit hole. Only after all of that, I download the games, I have everything finished. I try to register for the next FIFA E World Cup, and boom, my region is not supported, or I am under orders. So I only have one slot, just one slot. But thankfully, FIFA, for example, currently recognizes Nigeria as a region and is allowing people to register now. Previously, it used to be very, very, very hard, and it's still quite hard for a host of other games. So these people don't have a chance to even compete against their mates and rise to the top. It's not possible because you're never recognized in the first place, which is not fair. Last of all, legal issues. So, for example, in Nigeria, the culture of gaming in the 90s used to be fantastic. Like, people used to love gaming. They go arcade to arcade, challenging who is the best, they have to challenge you and all. Well, in the late 90s, early 2000s, the government came out with a ban on games and game of chances. And of course, as with everything with Africa, Nigeria, and co, there was no clarity on what that law exactly was translated to. So the police in Nigeria started arresting and closing down game shops, game arcades, and just started closing it down. Not just casinos, game arcades where you play PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1s. It was really, really sad. not until mid 2000s to early 2010s, a lot of video game arcades, we call them game centers here, started popping out all around, and then like police wasn't disturbing them anymore. Before people started playing games again, but that culture to compete was dead already. The only few people who are really exposed to the internet, who plays online, who have friends abroad, really know that, oh, I can play game for a living. So it's even a luxury to start. So you've not even gotten to the issue that game developer doesn't support you, or your culture is against it, or you can't even get educated to develop games, or that infrastructure is not even there. Just from the start, you are not just even aware that that's something you could do due to the legal implications. The law is still quite great, but a lot of people just do it because nobody's going to arrest you for playing video games on your computer or buying a console and allowing people to play it. That's a whole load of issues. Well, how do we actually solve this? What can be done? Well, it's simple. Policy changes, support, and invest. Policy changes. Game developers can do a lot by just actively recognizing these regions as places where people could register from. Sony could do that, can allow people create PlayStation accounts in Nigeria and choose a region called Nigeria. It is not a terribly bad thing to do. It's really encourage a lot of people who, by the way, just buy the console and go hack it and install all the games because they're like, guy, the hassle for me to buy games is too much online. I have to go and look for where I can buy gift cards. I have to look for quality internet. I have to look for this. I just pay somebody 20,000 naira, sorry, which is $50, give or take, depending on when you buy it, and get like 20 plus games on my console that call it a day. It's a thing that they do. It's like 30 minutes away from my school. And it's really sad because a simple policy change could go a long way in changing a lot of people's minds and allowing people actually pay game developers and, in fact, reward more people and have more fun and compete and try to get to the top of esports and gaming across the world, starting with Africa. Because when these people start playing competitively, yeah, a lot of people want to, a lot of Africans, it's not an hidden fact, a lot of Africans want to leave. When they go abroad or they go to the UK, US, or wherever it is they decide to relocate to, they would continue that gaming culture and they would foster more spirit to support those who are at home locally and try to bring people up, elevate people up. Simple policy changes could really help in going through that. Investing, not just investing in terms of trying to get more games from Africa or investing in indie studios. Those two go a long way. We're investing in technologies to really impact the terrible infrastructure we have in education, in educational programs, in programs like Unduzi, which is set to accept over 70 different pupils to learn and get access and be able to get access to entry-level jobs in the gaming industry, supporting programs that teaches females that, oh, I could be a game developer, investing in technologies that can help accelerate internet. For example, Netflix. Netflix has little servers scattered across the world in Africa and also implementing systems like that. I'm not saying you can just go copy paste, but systems like that that allows people to compete with themselves locally, yeah, without having to be worried and play with somebody in Europe who has like 20 ms ping, and I'm going to be saying like maybe 3 seconds late and all of that, allowing them to compete and have fun and really just do what they want to do with your games and get to the top would be very nice. And investing could be one of the methods. Also support. The support system is currently not there. It feels like these three things are really interlaced, and that's why it's the only three things I believe would make the biggest impact as a whole. Policy changes, investing in Africa, and support. Those three things go hand in hand. If we do all those three things to Africa, it will really help propagate the industry down here and help a lot of Africans rise to the top of esports and really get more people playing games. I believe that's the end goal for every developer. Get more people to play my games so I can make more money and make more games. But Africa is there's an untapped potential. It is the youngest continent in the world. The average age in Africa is 21 and is about to go even lesser. In Nigeria, for example, the average child per family is currently at 3.5 and it's set to even go more. So that's something that's an untapped potential that I believe is being overlooked by game developers and publishers. And really hope something changes there, so more people can compete, can play more games, can buy more DLC, can really interact with the games, and can also build more games, inspire a new generation of game developers and game designers and content creators, and all the support industries that will really make video game in Africa thrive. I'd like to say thank you for this opportunity again to speaking to you here. Peace.